Oh, please. What's up, Joey? Draft if you want. Who do I want to get? No, the number one pick. Um, I don't know, honestly. I would actually love to see Phoenix get the number one pick. If we're gonna be quite honest with ourselves, I think they deserve it. You know, they easily could have just taken that bubble off and then just stuck around and played those 10 games in life, but they fought. So I hope I really want to see Phoenix get it. That's what I'll say. I wouldn't mind the Spurs getting the first pick either. That would be a team I actually would really like to see get the first pick. Just to get someone that they could like reboot their franchise around. Granted, there's only one player in this draft I think that has that franchise player kind of potential, but you know, just to get someone, find an identity because they're kind of lost right now when it comes to their identity. You know, Pop's on his way out. He's old. Things like that. Yeah, it is what it is. But I will pull up. No, not that. Yeah, but it's been a wild, few hours because you got the playoffs going on. Paul Buncaro committed to Duke, everything like that. You know, I just did a quick video on that, and you know, it's been fun. It's been fun. Melo, yeah, Melo is like the guy in this draft for me. Number one player in this draft. I think he's the best. Um, I think the only reason you shouldn't take him first overall is if your team has an established point coach. That would mean, teams like the Hawks who have Trey Young, the Timberwolves, who I could see it work between D'Lo and LaMelo, but I don't know about that fit. I wouldn't be mad if they passed on um, LaMelo. But other than that, like, I guess the Warriors as well, Boston. Boston's not going to get the first pick by any stretch because if they do, that means it goes to Memphis. But, it should be fun. It should be a fun night. I'm excited because I expect teams not to keep their picks this year. This is a draft who I expect if you're not in position to really get LaMelo or get an Anthony Edwards or something like that, I could see teams trading down for Tyrese Maxey or Cole Anthony or Killian Hayes. Those are other fun guys in this draft. This is it's called a weak draft. I will say that, and I'm not saying that they're wrong by saying it's a weak draft compared to other years. And you compare it to other years where it's like the talent pool, and it's like okay, it's clear there's not as much talent, but Oh man, sorry guys. It's better. But if the Hawks get the first pick, I want it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Anthony Edwards. If the Warriors get the first pick, I think it should be Okongwu. Anyone else though, like I really think they should. If they get the first pick, they should just take LaMelo. I think he's the best player available in this draft. Again, only player I think that has franchise player potential. Granted, a lot of things have to go right for him to reach that potential, but he still has it. It's still there, to say the least. But yeah. But it should be on in about 2 hours. I just like to get the stream started early, maybe get some basketball talk in if you're watching, obviously. As Milwaukee has seemed to have jumped out to a big lead against the Orlando Magic. Getting back at them for what happened in game one, obviously. Um, OBS is up, things like that are up. Feel free to send questions, anything basketball related, really. I wouldn't mind that at all. Um, so feel free to send your questions my way. Hmm. Who's your team? I'm a Celtics fan, so we're gonna get the 14th pick. It's kind of inevitable. You know who we would get at 14. I think we just have to go with best player available because really the only position we need is a center. As far as starters go, what time will the lottery take place? Lottery's at 8:30, but I like to get the stream started early. But I just take best player available, whether that's Desmond Bain, whether that's OJ Hampton, for Boston at least, whether guys like that. Alex Poku, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Poku, I wouldn't mind getting him. Patrick Williams, I wouldn't mind getting him either. But there just really isn't really a center that's going to be worth taking with that pick on. If we're being honest with ourselves, you can join the chat. You know that, Liz. You can join the call. I have OBS up. It's the draft lotto stream one, by the way. What's up, Cody? No, it's in the. I don't know if I'm saying your name correct, honestly. I'm gonna call you Ridgeway. Um, you know how to join, right? Just go to the basketball talk server and then the voice channel. It should be one called Draft Stream. What's up, Cody? How you doing? I said your name, but how you doing, Cody? Who I support? I'm a Celtics fan. Yo, you in? Unmute your mic. And we should have more people join the chat as time comes along. Maybe Rudy will show up. I don't know. Join the chat. Yo.
What's up?
Not much. I'm gonna chat. Can you? Well, there's only one person here. Damn it. Can you hear the person, another person speaking? 'Cause it should be working. I have I think it should be, but yeah. Should be up, and we should be going. Yeah. Do you still have the chat? Do you still have the stream up?
Okay.
Stream up. Oh, there's it.
All right.
You still have the stream up because if you want to answer questions as well, I usually ask everyone that I have on this, like, so you can see, like, you can answer questions as well. But let's see. Who else is there? One of them smacked.
What is up?
Yo, what's up, guys? Let me see.
I'm another soon-to-be sad Bulls fan when we get the 7th pick again.
Don't worry.
Oh, the fucking god if it happens.
This is not a bad draft to be bad in, though. This is not a bad draft to be bad in, though, because there really isn't much. Like, if you're not going to get one of those top 3 guys in my eyes, like, you know, the other players do good, but it's not worth, like, getting mad over you're not going to get those guys in, like, that 4 to, like, 6 range. Like, this, it really isn't, like, worth, like, getting mad over at this point.
I think it, the Bulls either get into 1 through 4 range or 7 through 11, I think. Based on the odds right now.
Yeah, I said the one team I want to win the lottery is the Suns. Like, I want to see them win the lottery because, like, you know, they tried really hard in that bubble. Like, they could have easily just bowed down.
Yeah.
So that's the team I want to see.
I can respect that too. I honestly don't really know who I want to win the lottery.
I don't want the Knicks to get the first pick because I know that means that somebody is going to get ruined. Whether it's LaMelo or Anthony Edwards, like, specifically LaMelo, because, like, that's going to be tough because, like, LaMelo has the most upside in this draft out of anyone. But at the same time, it's like he needs to be under a good coach. So, like, I don't know where he's going to go. Yeah.
I have been somebody who the Knicks or Cavs win it.
I wouldn't mind. Well, I don't know what the Cavs would do if they got the first pick, though. That's the thing. Like, I know what the Knicks would do if they get the first pick. They're going to take LaMelo. Like, it's kind of obvious. But, like, I think the Cavs are going to reach for Obi. Like, they're going to seriously reach for Obi at some point.
Like that, or they would, I think, draft Wiseman and let Drummond walk.
Yeah, but Wiseman isn't that good, though. Like, that's the problem. He's, like, not that good at all. Like, I think if they got the first pick, like, if I was them, I would draft Anthony Edwards and then have either Garland or Sexton come out the bench, preferably Sexton, and then run Edwards at the 3 because he's built like a man child. He's 6'5", 225, and you can play him at small forward if you need to, and then have either him or KPJ play start, because I think Kevin Porter Jr. has the most potential out of anyone on the team right now.
I'm really happy that the Bulls took Kobe instead of Garland based off of the rookie season. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm just glad they didn't go ahead with Cam Reddish.
No, Cam Reddish is good though. Cam Reddish is good.
Yeah, he's good, but I don't see how he really fit on the Bulls.
Well, he would be the Otto Porter, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He basically be Otto Porter at that point. Yeah. But I will say though, people like, because like Cam Reddish, if you look at a base level of Cam Reddish's rookie season, like it doesn't look great. He averages like 10 points a game, under 40% from the field. But when you go like month by month, like every month, he not only is improving his production, but he's also improving his efficiency. Like the only reason his efficiencies looks that bad is because he shot like 20% from the field the first 2 months of the season. But the rest of the season, he's shooting like 45, 50%. He's good.
Yeah. I've been somebody who's been calling for the Bulls. I want the Bulls to get like a Claw or Denny, kind of like one of the wings.
Well, the thing is, like, and I know, Rids, you don't like this at all. Like, I honestly think that they should tank again for next year, because next year's class, you can get a guy that can be like a centerpiece player. Like, even if you don't get Cade Cunningham, you can get a Jonathan Kuminga who's amazing, a Jalen Green who's amazing, BJ Boston. Those guys, like, and like, I know it's tough because like that means you probably will have to trade assets to get them, and I know it's tough to trade away players. Like, and I know like the prospect of trading away Zach LaVine now sounds ridiculous, but like, and it's gonna make you mad if they do something like that. But like, I will tell you this: I was pissed when we traded away Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Jason Terry. Well, maybe not Jason Terry, but those other two guys, obviously, because like they're such like staples of my childhood legacy. But look where we are now. Like, if we didn't trade them away, we wouldn't have Jaylen Brown, and we wouldn't have Jason Tatum, and we wouldn't have, well, at the time, the assets to trade for Kyrie Irving, but we also had that work. But in the short term, it won't make sense at all. But in the long term, it will. Like, that's the thing you have to think about with these trades. Like, you know, in the short term, the idea of trading away a Zach LaVine, I wouldn't like think about trading away like a Laurie Markkinen or a Wendell Carter Jr.
I could see trading LaVine.
Like, because the thing is though, like specifically, I think like because you just have Kobe White, who I think is really more of a 6-man type as far as his fit with an actual team. Which isn't a bad thing. Yeah, but which isn't a bad thing. If he comes out the bench and gives you like 17 points per game, like that's gonna be awesome. Like,
yeah, and he's actually solid and better even right now.
But he really isn't a great playmaker. Now, granted, that might have to do with Boylan.
Well, with how the roster's set up, he kind of is a shooting guard, but he's an undersized one at that.
Yeah, that makes sense, but trying to think who else. Bulls, if they're picking 7, I would say the 3 guys I'm looking at is Denny, Okoro, and Halliburton. Those are the 3 guys. Yeah. Those are the 3 guys. No one else really, because like Okoro will fit in with that team perfectly, because he's really like Marcus Smart in a way where it's like, you know, I think he's more offensive potential because like he looks almost exactly like Jaylen Brown did coming out of Cal, where they both kind of didn't know how to play offense, but they developed over time. But you know, he'll come in, he'll be an amazing defender. He's the best perimeter defender in my opinion in this draft, and you know he'll have an impact without scoring right away. Halliburton's just a perfect fit if you want to keep LaVine, because he kind of just goes with the flow, doesn't get in anyone's way, things like that. And you know, Denny Avdia is kind of just a do-it-all kind of player. Like, he's not Luka by any stretch of the imagination, but he's good. Like, you know, he passes decently, he rebounds decently. Like, he just does everything like decently. So that's kind of what you look for. And that's really what you can. You're not going to expect much with the 7th pick in this draft, unless one of the top guys fall, which is possible because I personally think that there's a gigantic chance that Okongwu falls in this draft because I think that Okongwu's like the 3rd best player in this draft, and if the Warriors get the 1st pick, they should take Okongwu. Like not everyone feels that way. So there's a real possibility he falls. Like I don't think he falls out of the top 10, but he could fall to that outside of the top 5. Like I wouldn't be shocked by that.
I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I would kind of expect him to go to the Warriors based on just how they run their team.
I want him.
A guy that big who can shoot.
Yeah.
I expect that pick.
No. Okongwu really, though, is kind of like a Bam Adebayo clone. He's not as good of a playmaker, but he has all the same kind of instincts that Bam has, where if you put him at the top of the key against a guard, he'll more than hold his own. And that's kind of where centers that aren't offensive players are going. Like, it's just like centers like Rudy Gobert and Andre Drummond and Sam Whiteside. Those guys are like fading out now, and we're coming into the Bam Adebayo is like kind of like the new age, like not big offensive production center. Like you have to be able to guard on the perimeter now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like if you ever look at my Twitter, I do not like Gobert at all.
No, no one likes Gobert. Nobody likes Gobert.
I knew a lot of people liked Gobert more before he got the league canceled, but even then I didn't really like him.
No, I didn't like him at all. Like all of Celtics Twitter like hates him. Like we can't explain why, but we just don't like him. I think it has a lot to do with the Utah media, though, more than anything. But
Well, I just don't like him. I'm a mild-term propagandist.
I am perfectly fine with that. I enjoy my tone much more watching than Gobert.
I would rather watch because I think Bam Adebayo should be the 1st team all defense center over Gobert.
Oh, absolutely.
Like absolutely, it's not even close. Like Bam is much better defender, and it's like okay, you can argue that Gobert's a better paint defender, but like Bam Adebayo does like everything else on defense better. Like
I don't.
Like I saw a play of Bam locking up Steph on the perimeter. Gobert could never do that. Like we've all seen that play where like Gobert got turned around in the playoffs by Curry. Like that's not going to happen to Bam. Let me grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
I don't really have a lot of. I don't know. I don't treat all defensive teams, all NBA teams that highly comparatively. Especially all defense. Maybe all defense teams I don't treat that highly.
Like, I do.
You can be the defensive player of the year, but get all second defense, like Marcus All that one year he won defensive player of the year.
I still think he deserved that one.
So do I. I thought he deserved defensive player of the year that year, but it's like I just don't.
I think for the all NBA teams though, I think they should get rid of positions and have it so the 5 best players that year on the 1st team, then like the 6th through 10th best player on the 2nd team, and then the 11th through 15th best player on the 3rd team. Because there was a year where DeAndre Jordan made the All NBA 1st team, and Kevin Durant made the 2nd team, and it's like, in no world would you consider DeAndre Jordan to be a whole tier higher than Kevin Durant. So I think they should change that. Like I get it, like. And there's like they say it's a go dominant league and centers won't have a team. Like, there's a chance centers still make the 1st team. Like, like people like act like the center position's dying, which I don't think is true at all. Like you have Karl Anthony Towns, you have Anthony Davis, you have Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid when he's healthy and in shape, which is never. Bam Adebayo's on the rise. You got guys entering the league as well. Who come into the league over the next few years, and the center position is not dead. Like Wendell Carter Jr. in Chicago. Trying to think who else. Marvin Bagley when he's healthy, I think is really good. DeAndre Ayton's incredible. He's so underrated to me. So they're really good center talents in the league. You know, it's not like the position's dying. It's just changing, we'll say.
Yeah, it's in the middle of a transitional phase.
Yeah, like how if you want to look at the time when I think the center position was like dead or dying, that's like 2014 through 2011 through 2015. It was like the central position was like actually kind of dead.
Yeah.
That's when Roy Hibbert was a top center in the league. And I'm sorry, I love Roy Hibbert.
It was really just Dwight Howard, and that was it.
Yeah, it was like Dwight Howard, Joakim Noah, I think, and like
Joakim Noah. I think like prime Joakim Noah would be perfect for today's NBA. Like, because he defends multiple positions, you know, he doesn't score a lot, and he's really not a factor in offense. But the fact that he's so good defensively, like, it makes up for that. Like, he would be perfect for the modern NBA. Yeah, that as well. So basically, and I never actually made this like analogy until now, but Bam Adebayo was kind of the modern day Joakim Noah in a sense, where you know they can play make well, they're great defensive players, and the offensive game isn't great. I think Bam's offensive game is a bit better than Noah's was, as far as like offensive scoring goes. But like, you know, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I honestly just literally watching that game because I've been watching a bunch of games. The game on the Magic where John Isaac tore his ACL, I was literally like getting flashbacks to 2012. That entire play, like that, as soon as that play happened, I'm like, he's from the other exact same move, landing, everything. I'm like, whew.
I said to a friend, maybe using memories I didn't want to remember.
Yeah.
But
John Isaac is somebody who I think he'll come back from the injury because an ACL tear now is not the death sentence it was real Khalil even 8 years ago, like let alone.
But he does have a hit. The thing that's like I see him play with tear ACLs before. Like, okay, they can come back. Like that totally happens. Yeah. But the thing is, he has a massive injury history, so that's where the concern comes in. Like an ACL to a guy that's never like really gotten hurt, like it's less of a concern. An ACL injury to a guy who's gotten hurt almost every year of his career, it feels like, is a concern. And mind you, he was just coming off injury as well, so that it's more concerning in that sense.
Yeah.
But so incredibly sad. I'm gonna read some of the chats. Which team will pick LaMelo? Any team that isn't named Atlanta or Golden State that gets the first pick. That's quite honestly.
Yeah.
Like those are the only two teams like I can like give a legitimate thing and say, okay, it's okay that you don't get the first pick. You don't take him first. But anyone else, you gotta take LaMelo. He's the only player really with an elite offensive creating skill in this draft. And I don't think people realize just how good of a passer he is. Like, I sat and watched all 12 of, I think it was like 12 of those games I watched of him when I was evaluating him. And his passes that he was making, like, there were guys in the NBA who can't make those passes. Like, he reads the floor so well, and he, Rudy, what is that? What the hell does that mean? Rudy, join the call as well. But I forget what I was saying now. I'll be quite honest. Would you rather have Ja or Shai in an expansion draft? I would rather have Shai because Shai's more funky. And, you know, skill and talent come and go, but the funk is forever. Also, Rudy, join the call. Well, when will you be available, if at all? Are you going to a draft party again, by the way? Like you did last year? Am I the only one in this chat right now? Wow.
No, I'm going out.
Just watching usually always get free throws.
Yeah.
Orlando's getting smacked right now, by the way.
That's what I figured was going to happen.
Giannis is hitting his free throws. It's over, by the way. He's shooting 75% from the line right now. It's over. It's so funny, though, because, like, he's been a really bad free throw shooter this year, but, like, throughout most of his career, he's, like, a 70+% free throw shooter on a lot of attempts. So, like, I don't know what happened with him, but it's interesting. It's honestly impressive, though. Like, you could be that dominant and be, like, bad at aspects of basketball and still be, like, the most dominant player in the league. Like, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, Giannis, his rookie year, I know he shot 35% from three. Like, he was projecting to be a good three.
Well, his volume was really low.
Yeah.
His volume was so low, though.
His shot also changed massively from his rookie year to now.
Well, they had a lot to do with the fact he grew, though. Like, he looks like he's grown so much since entering the league that, like, your body changes, things like that, and you have to, like, work on your form. You know, if he ever develops a jump shot, it's over for the league, but...
Oh, yeah.
It's, like, not going to be fair. They're going to have... If he develops, like, a consistent three-point shot, they're going to have to make changes to the league. Like, that's not even a joke.
They're going to have to get rid of the zero set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just going to have to, like, get rid of basketball if he wants to develop a three-point shot, because no one's going to stop him.
You really won't be able to stop that team if he has a legitimate three-point shot.
You can't really stop him already.
Yeah.
The only way you can stop that team
What's up,
is
Beef?
you will have to outscore them.
Yeah.
Rudy, what are you doing? Where can you watch it? Where can I watch what? The draft lottery, I think it's on ESPN. Like right before the play, right before.
It is.
Yeah, it's right before Blazers Lakers.
Yeah.
Who, unlike the Magic, I think legitimately have a chance to upset the Lakers. I don't think they are, but there's a legitimate chance that they do. Because
I think
Depends on what happens tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they win game 2, like, I'm going full pedal to the metal with them. Like, because, like, the thing is, though, because, like, with Orlando, it's like, yeah, they can get a game, but, like, they don't have anyone that, like, can kill them consistently. Damian Lillard can kill any team in the league if he wants to. It's on ESPN.
Yeah, it'll be on ESPN.
It's on ESPN. I think it's either on ESPN or ESPN2, depending on how this game goes.
I think it's on at, I know, it's on at 8:30 Central, so.
So I thought it was 8:30 Eastern.
The Lakers,
Is it Eastern?
Oh, the Lakers game? The Lakers game, that's at 9. That's at 9 o'clock for me. Eastern time.
Yeah, I thought, yeah. Okay, so it's 9 Central. I mean, not 9 Central, fucking hell. 9 Eastern.
Yeah.
Can we just skip the second round already with these teams?
Yeah.
The Thunder game is so bad.
The Thunder game. Oh, man. Who's typing?
The Rockets are showing that it doesn't matter if none of them.
Oh my god, I thought this had Scott with Brian.
They're still gonna kill you.
Yeah, the Thunder just did not play very aggressive. That's how it's going.
Yeah.
How did Chris Paul do? I mean, when I watched him, he wasn't really doing anything. But he had a couple contested threes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know? Why are them like I understand like the Magic got a game, but why are they here? Like, why are they here and why are the Nets here? Like, there's no point in them really being here. Like, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win.
The Nets are a G League team. But
Cade Cunningham or Amani Bates. Okay, Cade easily, right? As of right now, Cade. But Amani's incredible as well. I think Amani's the second best player in high school regardless of class. So
they're both pretty raw. I like them.
yeah,
Cade, like Amani, like his tape, like if you watch his sophomore tape next to like Brandon Ingram's senior tape side by side, it's very clear that Amani's the better player at that stage. And that was when Amani was like 15 or 16 years old. So, and he's like really the first player that I've ever seen that got the Kevin Durant comparison. And I'm like, okay, I actually see that now. Like he's like none of the other ones. I'm like, I saw the Kevin Durant comparison. Like, oh, he's just tall and he can score basketball. Like, Imani legit moves like Kevin Durant. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, he's considered the best. He was considered the best player in high school regardless of class his sophomore year. I don't think that's true. I think Cade Cunningham was, but he was up there. He was top 3 for sure, and that's impressive for a kid who was only 15.
He has good competition against him, right, in high school?
He will this year. Imani will this year because his dad made a prep school, which is actually getting like real recruits, which is good. So like, and it's not just like he's making it for Imani. Like this is like, it's a prep school for kids that live in his area that want to play basketball. So that's really. It's not like Julian Newman's dad's school.
Yeah.
Which was a train wreck.
It was very entertaining to watch that go up.
I feel bad for that kid. I truly feel bad.
Kid, yeah.
Because like, it's so clear that his dad is using him for money.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like he gets mad and he acts out and things like that. Like I don't really blame him. It's like if you go, people hate you, and it's all because you play basketball and have like and you're cocky. Like, and he's like it doesn't really that he's cocky. It's the fact that he has his platform. Like it was a cool story in the beginning, like a 5th grader playing on varsity. It was awesome, but the more like by the time he gets to high school, everyone else around him caught up. And he was still like 5'5".
Yeah. I think I'm taller than him, which is kind of sad considering
the kid could kick my ass. Kid could kick my ass one-on-one. Oh no, he 21-0 me. Like it wouldn't even be close.
Taller as you fell.
Yeah. The kid
Wasn't it his senior year last year?
Yeah, it was. Either that or took postgraduate or something. At the school his dad created for him.
He's not getting college offer.
Jesus.
Any sleepers in this year's draft? I don't think there's any true sleepers. Kira Lewis would be one, I would say, as a true sleeper. Desmond Bain would be a true sleeper.
Yeah.
Guys that I think are sleepers because people like are just low on them for reasons I can't understand. Tyrese Maxey, who I think is the 4th best player in this draft. A lot of people think he won't even go in the lottery. Cole Anthony, who I believe is the 6th best player in this draft, and people have him going like outside the top 10, which is ridiculous to me.
Oh yeah.
Like the idea that he like fell that, but like I know he didn't have a great year at North Carolina, but that team around him was so bad.
No, yeah, the hype just died down for him.
Well, yeah, because LaMelo rose up. People weren't sold on LaMelo as a first-round prospect until he got to the NBL and like became dominant.
And then literally became like top 3 across the board.
Yeah.
I always thought it was top 10 going into that year because I knew he was going overseas somewhere. And once I found out he was going to the NBL, I'm like, there's a chance he goes top 10. Because what he showed me at Spider Academy was growth, maturity, and things like that. What? Yeah, who's everyone's team?
At the very least, you have LaMelo as like a decent, fundamentally sound backup point guard. Worst case scenario.
Oh yeah, he's so talented as a passer and a playmaker that it's hard for me to believe that he won't find a role in the NBA.
Yeah, like the shots may not fall, and that may hinder him back. That may like make or break him, honestly.
But
in the situation, too. But yeah.
But like, if he tweaks his shot like Lonzo did, it's going to be scary.
Oh,
Yeah.
And once he adds weight, because I think the thing about his weight is that, and because he doesn't handle contact well at all, but he's also like 185 pounds and he's 6'7". Like that's like what the size Brandon Ingram was like coming out of college. So like that's not really good. I think he'll add weight. He's young too. Like he won't turn 19 until actually 2 days from now. But he's one of the youngest players. I think he might be the youngest player in this draft. So he has time to grow and develop his body. Like pause, but
I just think it's so crazy. Sometimes you look at prospects, and it's gone to the point where it's like, holy crap, I'm older than a lot of these guys, and they're in the NBA.
Yeah.
oh no, it's so funny. It's like I'm not because I'm August 23rd, so like 2001, and like I've always been one of the youngest people in my class. Like like at least half of my high school class was like a year older than me. But so like it'll hit me next year when these guys are younger, except like probably Usman Garuba, because I don't actually know how old he is. Like they say he was born in 2002. I don't know. That's a grown ass man right there.
For me, this class is going to be full of people who are my age, pretty much. And next year's class will have like the tail end of it, because I'm early 2001. So it's like...
My parents almost held me back.
Holy shit. I'm doing fucking nothing with my life right now.
No, it really hit me when I found out I was older than Zion.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see.
No way to hit me like I realized like how much time quickly was going by was when I found out that they announced like Julio Jones is like 31st birthday. I'm like, oh my god, I remember watching him when he entered the league. I remember playing Madden like as in middle school. Like
Julio, Lucky, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like, I remember watching Gronkowski get drafted, and he was on his second team. That's probably like greatest tight end ever.
Yeah. It's like you just like see these things like, oh my god, like James Harden's gonna be 31. Like that's insane to me to think like, man, he really only has like 4 or 5 more good like years of this level of basketball left.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and then you'll get someone like Devin Booker, like, oh damn, he's still only 23. Like,
yeah, the classic Jason Tatum's only 19 joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But Tatum, it's so funny though because, like, dude, guys, it feels like they've been in the league forever.
Yeah.
Like Devin Booker's the perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like where it's like he's been. I remember watching him score 70 points in us, and it feels like yesterday. It was like 2 or 3 years ago now. You're like, oh wow.
Yeah, what's he, 5th season?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 5th. Hang on, let me check.
I think my earliest football memories, though, is because I've been a Bills fan my entire life. Because I'm a massive homo for like everything, all sports. I remember watching the like weird for me to think of, because I remember watching a lot of like the Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, Mike Brown defense.
Yeah.
And now like those guys are like getting into the Hall of Fame, like
Once
making their way down for the playoffs. So it's like
it's starting.
The real thing for me is Brian Urlacher has hair now.
Yeah.
He has hair now because of the, I don't know what the company is, but they gave him hair when he played like his entire football career ball. It's just a weird thing for me to see.
Yeah, I've been a Dolphins fan because my favorite player growing up was Ronnie Brown.
Okay.
And then like I kind of stuck with that team because I've never been a fan. It's amazing though how much like our teams like because like as far as because I really started paying attention to football probably around 2007 2008. So like yeah. So I was like 6 or 7 years old at the time. And that was the first year we won. The Dolphins won the AFC East that year. and we've literally never finished higher than second. We never won it ever since.
Okay.
But like,
I
you know, like it's been a pain watching the drafts as well for me because.
Oh, for you.
Oh yeah.
For you, I had to watch my team pass on Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes, no. Well, I will say this to defend the Mahomes pick. Mahomes, okay. Watson, I understand like being mad about that. Mahomes was so raw. He was so raw coming out. You couldn't have predicted that. Like, who would have known he'd be the greatest quarterback of all time? You understand.
I've been a Bears fan since at least the NFC title game. I think the main one is I know I used to have the 2006 Super Bowl shirt.
Yeah, I was about to bring up actually that NFC title game, and I think it was 2010, where it's like the first half was actually pretty good, and then Aaron Rodgers just went off, and it was just over. Yeah, immediately. The second half. Yeah, Kyler got home. That's right.
Now you guys don't understand what it's like watching your team draft Charles Harris when Tre'Davious White and T.J. Watt were still on the board. Like, you don't understand that. Like,
oh my God, Noah.
What?
What was it, 2 seasons ago? Freaking Patriots trading down to have the pick before Lamar Jackson just to not even touch him or think about him.
Yeah. They took Sony Michel. They took
Sony Michel. Nothing against him. He led the team in rushing. But Lamar Jackson's right there.
And the thing about Sony Michel is
Lamar Jackson is not a how do I say this nicely? He's not white. He's not white. So Bill Belichick wouldn't touch him. That's the nicest way I can put it. Like,
if you drafted Sony Michel, put him in running back. Why can't we put Lamar at running back? And you know Belichick would have ruined his career by doing that.
Oh yeah. I find it so funny though. Like, they literally took Sony Michel, but like, you would think that Bill Belichick would have his eye on a guy like Jerry Snyder who came out of like South Carolina State of all schools. Like I didn't. It's gonna be hilarious.
I pretty much knew the Bears were gonna take Komet. It was just a question of when, but that's because we needed tight end and he was a hometown kid. I was expecting that to happen. Like, he went to school in Arlington Heights, which is, I believe, half an hour away from Chicago.
Yeah.
And I grew up there, like that.
I spent. Who's that?
I went to Vital, but I have a couple months ago though. Right now.
Yeah, you know, I spent the entire first 4 picks of this year's draft, praying that my team did not draft Justin Herbert. Like,
same.
I'm like, why would please not anyone but him? Like, I would have rather them taken Jordan Love.
Justin Herbert reminded me of Trubisky in all the wrong ways because just the inconsistency.
No, things he'll make one amazing throw that maybe only Patrick Mahomes would make, but it'll be followed up by 8 missed screen passes and things like that. It just wasn't. I wanted Tua. I don't care about the hip injury. I wanted Tua so badly.
You got him.
Yeah, but the other first round picks, I'm mad because CeeDee Lamb went with the pick right before we picked.
Yeah.
I really wanted him. And
I didn't think you guys would be taking CD anyway.
I would have. I think if he was on the board, he shouldn't have been on the board at 17 to begin with.
No.
No, none of those wide receivers should have been. Jerry Jeudy shouldn't have been on the board at 15.
Oh, I'm so excited for the Broncos. Just because I was so high. I'm still pretty high on KJ Hamler out of Penn State. I'm so excited to see that duo with Cortland Sutton just light the field on fire if Drew Lock takes another step.
And then the Chiefs go out there and they draft a running back that will just completely ruin the NFL. They're not gonna lose. I thought they would, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire is basically Kareem Hunt 2.0.
He's perfect for that offense. Like, I'm absolutely terrified. Like, that was the one guy who I remember, because I watch a lot of football stuff for the draft. There was a guy who I watched, who he's like, if the Chiefs take Idol Toledo, the league just fucked.
No, but, like, he's just perfect. I think, like that's the last thing the NFL needed. Was, like, Patrick Mahomes have another weapon to take some of the load off him. Like,
well, if I can draw 2 and 2 together, the Warriors don't need another weapon like LaMelo Ball if they get lucky tonight. And we don't be screwed if that's the case.
If they get Okongwu, oh man, they're gonna be back. They're gonna be back because, like, the thing is, like this guy who I ended up blocking on Twitter because all he did was bring up negative hate vibes. He was always talking about, oh, the Warriors don't need a center, they won without a center. Like, yeah, because they had Kevin fucking Durant. Like,
yeah.
You don't need a center when you have Kevin Durant.
Yeah, dude, he's 7 feet anyway. You might as well run center.
Like, honestly,
Ted is even a great help defender. Like, what you need a center for?
Honestly, you want to run a small death lineup, put Durant at center, and then...
The last thing Golden State needs is a multi-positional defender. That's the last thing they need. But hey, they got Wiggins now, so they got Wiggins now.
I'm not going to give up on Wiggins.
I gave up on him 2 years ago.
Okay, wait.
I'm not gonna.
Like, I was like you. Like, I'm not giving up. I'm like, okay. Like, I think, like, once Butler left, and he still wasn't, and he didn't go back to being that 24-point per game screw that he was before Butler got there. I'm like, oh no, we're done here. We're done. He doesn't he don't want to be great. He don't want to be great no more.
For me, Wiggins.
Let me ask the depressed Bulls fan about that.
Which one?
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 of us.
Well, someone said I still have faith in Andrew Wiggins. What degree is that to? Like, oh, I think he can be a productive role player, like Harrison Barnes-Light or Iggy or whatever.
Like, I'm not giving him up, but oh no, he's going to be that. Like, if he does well, he can be that. But the problem is, though, he's talented enough to be a franchise player. That's the most frustrating part about it. Like, he can be one of the best players in the league. It's really about if he wants to, and it's clear that he doesn't want to anymore. Like, they gave him that max contract, and he just laid back.
He just checked out.
He meant to, and I don't blame him. You can't, like, knock a guy for that.
Get your bag.
Yeah, get your bag. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Andrew Wiggins only played basketball because his mom said either you go to college to get a degree or you play basketball. But
I don't think Wiggins is going to be who he was hyped up to be going into 2014, but I think he can still be serviceable as a role player. I don't think he's going to be the Maple Mamba. So.
Yeah. He's basically become this generation's. He's basically become. And the thing is, like, people, oh, the hype was like overjudged. It wasn't just. I mean, no, the hype was justified. He was incredible, and he just hasn't panned out.
Yeah, I remember 2015. What was it? 25 points a game. We thought he arrived.
Yeah, he's like 24, but like still like oh. And the thing is, that if he plays every game, what was that? If he plays every game of his career against Oklahoma City, he's the greatest basketball player of all time, by the way. Because he goes off against those guys.
So it would be like Mitch playing every game of his career against the Lions. So,
not with Okuda now.
More the Lions, though, because Trubisky just... It's always something about whenever he plays the Lions, he just blows up.
Oh, no, they got Okuda now. So.
And what I mean by blow up, I mean he plays good. Not playing over the ball.
He doesn't play bad.
Like, when I mean blow up, I mean he throws for 3 touchdowns. That's what I mean by blow up.
That might not happen now with Okuda.
I don't know. He was still doing it against Slay, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Slay's a mix of a ball hawk. I would say more of a ball hawk. I want to say he's more. He can shut down easily, but he's more of a lockup, like playmaker kind of guy. Like Okuda, literally, because like I'm an Ohio State fan. Like I saw him play all the time. Like he's gonna be like the Patrick Peterson was like they don't even target him kind of guy. Like you just don't target him. He had 0 penalties.
Like, what I'm excited to see most of the Bills, honestly, is how Robert Quinn's addition to the defense, how that opens things up. Or getting Hicks back, because Max was getting triple teamed every play, and he still got pressure. Like,
well, he ain't Leonard Floyd, and that's all that matters.
We got rid of Leonard Floyd, so.
Which team? I'm a Celtics fan.
He went from Leonard Floyd to Robert Quinn, and he got Hicks back. Like, that's going to be a really good pass rush.
Yep. As long as Smith and Teresa stay healthy, the run defense can be great too.
Oh yeah. And Eddie Jackson, I think, will be able to play free safety again. So he was playing strong safety last year, and I want to play free safety again because that's 2018 Mr. 7 interceptions.
Yeah, like he was so right as a box safety, but it just
he's a ball hawk.
Didn't really work out.
Yeah,
it's kind of like trying to play Minka Fitzpatrick in the box. Like I hated how we tried to do that. Like if we wanted to draft a box safety, draft Derwin James. We should have done that. But you know, we ended up trading. I hate the fact that we traded Minka. Like why? Like just play him as natural. Like he's best as a deep range free safety. He's an absolute ball hawk. Like play him like one. But
like instantly made the Steelers defense better.
Yeah. When you play him in the right role, he's going to be good. Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah. But I hope you guys like go really bad so you guys can like Justin Fields or something.
The thing is though, the Bears with all their injuries and everything still went 8-8 with one of the toughest schedules in the league.
Yeah, but Fields can fall because his team can't play. Fields might fall.
I'd be much more of a fan of, even though the competition is not nearly as good as Fields, I want Trey Lance.
No, I wouldn't take. I like Trey Lance, but I wouldn't take him over Fields. Maybe that's my Buckeye bias against.
I don't.
But like Fields is.
To get Fields.
Well, the thing is though, because like the teams that look like they're gonna be bad, or like Jacksonville, the Washington football team, Washington football team, Giants, like so. Like, a lot of the teams that look to be bad, like aren't gonna like don't need a quarterback. Like, okay, maybe the Jags, but those like Lawrence. Even though I think that the gap between Lawrence and Fields isn't as big as people think it is. The Bengals are going to take one because they got Burrow. Maybe the Panthers will. Washington, I wouldn't give up on Dwayne Haskins because Dwayne Haskins was really good to the end of the year before he got hurt.
I like that. I just felt bad.
I felt bad.
He had Kelly McClellan, and that was really it.
Yeah. Hey, and honestly, with the way things look this year, coming from a Patriots fan, I can totally see us just saying fuck it and being bad.
Right.
Oh my God, the Patriots tank for Trevor Lawrence.
Literally, I got faith in Cam.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, like, I honestly think though that division, the AFC East is too bad of a division to truly tank. Like you have to like intentionally lose games to beat Miami. To lose to Miami and the Jets.
We'll have to hire the Jets have no weapon.
Yeah,
the Jets have nothing. They traded away their only good player.
God, I'm so speaking of the Jets.
Nothing else.
Speaking of the Jets, I'm excited. I am so excited to watch Jamal Adams and the Seahawks defense.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's gonna be so nice to watch.
I love how people say the Jets won the trade because they got a bunch of first-round picks. I'm like, yeah, but Seattle was going to take a bust with those first-round picks. They had them anyway.
Yeah, for real.
Like, when was the last time? Like, the last good first-round pick they had was what? Like, Bruce Irvin? And the last, like, actual like elite player they got was what, Earl Thomas, and that was like over 10 years ago now.
Let me see. There's got to be a list somewhere of Seattle's first round picks over the years. Yeah, there is. Let me look at these. So 2010 let's look through 2010. The first round picks were Russell Okung and Earl Thomas.
That's a really good draft, and they had Cam in that draft as well.
Yeah, in 2010. And then 2011 was James Carpenter. 2012 was Bruce Oven. 2013 to 2015, they didn't have a first-round pick. 2016, they took Jermaine Affetti, who currently is on the Bears right now.
Just touch past a
who looks to be starting on the light guard, but yeah.
As long as you were Sean Howard.
Yep. 2017, no pick. 2018, they took Bob Penny. Last year, they took
that's
LJ
2017. That's 2017 trade.
And this year, they took Jordan Brook.
They should have taken Patrick Queen.
Let's see. Yeah, that's basically it. They actually don't have a lot of all-time picks. But
they draft all the Hall of Famers in the second and third round.
Yeah.
Like Russell Wilson. Who is it?
No,
My fault. Back.
Oh.
Okay. I'm intrigued now. Let's see. Since I'll go from the same qualifier. It's a bit of a bigger list for the Bears for first round picks.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm sad. Let's see.
Man.
2010, they didn't have the pick because they traded it for Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler's awesome. Family man. Just a great.
I always felt like Cutler got too much flack.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just good enough.
2011, they drafted Gabe Cleany. 2012, they drafted Shane McClellan. 2014 were good picks. That was Kyle Long and Kyle Fuller. 2015, they took Kevin White. 16, they took Lance Floyd. 17, they took
Kevin White's so sad. Like,
I really like Kevin White. That's disappointing.
Yeah, 2018, they took Roquan, and this year and last year, they didn't have any first-round picks. So what I think the most interesting thing is that one of those, I think the fourth ever first-round pick was Sid Luckman, and they traded. Sid Luckman was actually drafted by the Pirates, and then he got traded to the Bears.
Ooh.
And I don't know what Pirates this is. I think it's Pittsburgh as in football, but I would find it really funny if it was baseball.
Yeah. And no one
what?
Pick with the Celtics, or the pick we're going to get from Memphis.
Okay.
Patrick Williams. I want Pat Williams. I want. You gotta go the best player available because there's no. I swear, okay. The only big man, like the best big man on the board by the time we probably pick will be Vernon Carey Jr., who is not worth the 14th pick. So just go best player available. If it's a Pat Williams, take him. If it's O.J. Hampton, take him. I don't care.
I wouldn't mind
Hampton.
Even trading him for some.
I don't know who I want though. I just hope we don't just reach for a big man. If Alexis Pokazekvi is on the board, I wouldn't mind him.
Yeah, because we're projected 10 to 15, I think.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. What is it again? No, yeah, 14. So.
No, if it's 14, it's gonna be 14. I'm 99.9% sure it's gonna be the 14th pick. We're getting that pick. But I'm just excited to see who gets that first pick because that the first pick will determine this draft. Like, and there's so many wrong, like, and well, this is specifically with Wiseman. Like, there's just so many things I see people say about them that I wonder about some of these prospects. I wonder, I'm like, are we watching the same tape? Like, like somebody said, James Wiseman was Rudy Gobert with a jump shot. I'm like, what?
I don't think they're what?
Or they said he's like Joel Embiid. I'm like, he's not. He's not even close. Joel Embiid is so much better. It was so much better as a prospect. It's just Wiseman. It's like, and this is again like I think some team's gonna take him in the lottery. Actually, he's a lock to go top 10 to me, but I don't think he's a lottery talent. Like I have him 18th on my board. People are like, what? I'm like, he's just not that good.
It's strange, yeah. Like, potential is there.
But like, but the thing is, though, you'll get those 3 college games he played. The first 2 teams, he did not play a player that was taller than 6'10". So he had to advance there. And the tallest player he played against was 6'11". And that was when he played Oregon. But when you watch the YBL tape, he averages like 15. It was like 17 points per game, which is solid, and like 7 rebounds per game. I'm like, compare that to what DeAndre Ayton was doing on the UIBL and Mo Bamba was doing and Bol, and all these guys were doing on the UIBL. Yeah. It's not even close. Like, there just isn't much there. He plays well because there weren't many players in high school that could guard him. But like, and this includes like high school and UIBL, like he would dominate competition because like there's no like 7 foot 230 pounds in high school that can guard him. But when he went up against actual centers in high school, like it was hard for him. And there's also the problem where he thinks he's Joel Embiid and he thinks he's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he's not, and he tries to do things he can't.
Yeah. I feel like his situation is similar to Michael Porter Jr. This year with the draft class, where it's like you can totally see him going top 5 just from the hype alone. But you wouldn't.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. is a much better prospect. Michael Porter Jr. should not have fallen out of the top 10. I will stick
really shouldn't have. But like when people tried to justify it that year when he was injured,
he was injured. But like the thing is though, like with that, like I understand teams like Cleveland not taking him because like you're gonna have to redshirt him. You know, you're losing LeBron. You need something exciting. You know, like I understood like Orlando not taking because they suck. Like teams that suck, it made sense to me. I have no idea why Philly didn't take him at 10. At that point in the draft.
I don't know why the Clippers passed on him twice.
Yeah, but they ended up getting Paul George, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They would have had to trade. The thing is, though, like, they would have had to trade him and Say to get Paul George, which means that that was just the only way Kawhi was coming to the Clippers at that point.
Yeah. I'm happy the Bulls took Wendell, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he's a good, but like.
He's a very good complementary piece of Malkin. So I think if you're trying to build around having Malkin and Stolt,
I wouldn't build around Malkin and I wouldn't build around Malkin if my life depended on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
he did nice in this. He didn't do nice. He had like 7 points.
Boylan may or may not have done a massive number on him.
Yeah, nothing will be as but nothing will ever be as bad as what Tom Thibodeau did to Chris Dunn.
Oh god.
That's like one of the most hard. I think that's the reason. Like the Derrick Rose injury. I don't know. I hate him because of that, but like I hate him with a burning passion for what he did to Chris Dunn. Like
honestly pissed the Celtics didn't take him.
Yeah, but we got Jaylen Brown, so it's cool. So
I know, but this was like. I started watching.
We also had to understand though. We like Isaiah Thomas was like a stud. Like.
Oh yeah, but it's just like me playing fucking 2K14, loading up the custom draft class, seeing Chris Dunn. I'm like, what the fuck did you take Chris Dunn? You know?
Yeah.
I've enjoyed watching Chris Dunn at times. I also haven't.
I don't get why people like in the Bulls fans don't like him because like I understand he's not good on offense, but like that's kind of the thing with him though. He's a great defender that isn't good on offense.
Yeah.
And you can blame Tom Thibodeau for that. You can blame Tom Thibodeau for the fact that his offense never developed.
Yeah, he didn't develop him at all.
It's like how Mike Malone is wondering why Michael Porter Jr. struggles with, like pick and roll defense. Because you didn't play him, so he didn't have opportunities to learn how to play pick and roll defense.
So it's like, that's the massive thing with that. I'm trying to think of like, just plenty of things that I think could happen with the Bulls. I'm excited to see where it goes. I want them to hire Atkinson badly because I think this team needs a lot more development.
Even
I do find that.
You guys, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh if you guys hire like Mark Jackson and David Fizdale.
They hire Mark Jackson. I'm gonna. Oh my god.
David Fizdale almost. David Fizdale almost killed OJ Barrett, and I'm afraid what's gonna happen with OJ Barrett and the Thebs.
I think honestly, the way I think it's going, I wouldn't be surprised if they are waiting for the 76ers to get eliminated before they hire the coach, hire the assistant out of Philly, because that's what I think will probably happen.
So what's going to happen when Philly fires Brett Brown and then you guys hire him?
Yeah, you're going to get Brett Brown.
Oh, no.
Brett Brown, I'm honestly impressed that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons have made Brett Brown's teams good. Because Brett Brown is not making those teams good.
Brett Brown is the Jason Garrett of the NBA, okay?
Yeah, but Jason Garrett is actually good at something though. Jason Garrett is actually a good offensive coordinator. That's how he became a head coach.
Brett Brown just makes me mad every time I think about him.
Brett Brown.
Dude, last night he subbed in Raul Neto when the Celtics were on a 25-6 run. He thought Raul Neto would be.
That's hilarious.
It is some boiling shit.
That's actually hilarious. That Boylan would do that. No, not Boylan. Brett Brown. Boylan would do that too. So.
Boylan was the guy who at one point in stolen possession put Ryan Alcidiakino on Giannis.
Oh my god. No way.
Yeah, he did that at one point.
Multiple times.
Yeah, God. My brain is like.
Jack Harrison and Ryan Alcidiakino are Giannis.
Yeah, he did.
Remember the time I saw this clip on YouTube where Daniel Gafford got injured and Jim Boylan didn't call a timeout?
Boylan didn't call a foul. Yeah, he wouldn't call a timeout. Matt had to intentionally foul to get Gafford off the court.
Wise had 12 points and 10 rebounds since Kofi Cockburn and Oscar Juby in the Hoops Summit. Yeah, but he also didn't play well against Kofi Cockburn on the EYBL circuit. So, and he also, that's the problem. Hi, big fan. Sup, Truth? How you doing? I know you have a real name, Truth, but I'm gonna call you Truth.
Truth. Wait, is that AskTheTruth?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the man.
Yeah, he is. If he uploads consistently, he is the man. But.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I hire people I think I get the impression that people think that yeah, but Truth, join the call if you can, of course. If you're busy, don't. But if you can, join the call.
I want to ask the truth.
Yeah, I'm not kidding when I say Truth. You would have 10,000 subs by now if you uploaded all of last summer. I know I think you had classes or something like that, so I understand. But dude,
yeah,
his videos are so good.
Yeah, the podcast too, right?
I think he did an episode with Rusty and those guys. So
yeah, I remember listening to that. That's how I found out about him, and then he was just a man ever since then.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This Chinese food's hitting right now. I'll be right back. Defend this game already.
I'm going. Well then, things are quiet. Why am I not in here?
Noah, you were talking about it before I joined, and I joined in like the middle of it. But
Yeah.
who do you have for Blazers Lakers
Tonight? Well,
Yeah, just tonight.
like my mind, like I want the Blazers to win because I want them to upset the Lakers in the first round. But like it's LeBron. I'll never bet against LeBron. I've betted against LeBron before, and it went horribly for me. So there is that.
Some guys learned that the hard way.
Yeah. We could have beat him last year. We could have beat him in 2018 if Terry Rozier was an idiot and tried to dunk on him. Like that was like the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
Yeah, one of my buddies retweeted the box score from that game the other day. I saw it. He was like 0 for 10 from 3, 6 points. Oh,
yeah. It was insane.
It was worse than I remembered. The score was like 86-79. I missed those games.
Yeah.
Oh, those were so fun. So fun.
Oh no. But you had to understand. Giannis, man, so inspirational.
Yeah, with that 5 for 15 field goal.
But he's 5 for 6 from the line, which is progress. Yeah.
I mean, when you're up, what are they up right now? 21? They're up 19 points.
Yeah. This is probably the most bets he's played through 3 quarters, by the way. But how long till it starts? About 40 minutes. We're just chilling right now. Who's that? Why are you in the general chat now? Oh, it's gone. Ah, that's interesting. So, what do you guys have for dinner? I don't know why I asked that, but what do you have for dinner?
After work, I called this Chinese food place, and I got General Gao and some vegetable lo mein.
I had couscous with salmon and a vegetable mix. It was really good.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nah.
It's fun. Getting to the point where I'm like finally cooking, providing, buying food
Oh no, I started doing that like entering my senior year of high school last year. Just cooking for myself, things like that.
No, it's just
yeah, I make a mean bowl of cereal.
Yeah, I just see like way too many hot pockets sometimes. I'm thinking I might need to do better.
Oh no! So like the first like month of college, like since I commuted to college, and there was a gas station like right next to us. It wasn't like it wasn't just a true gas station. It also had like there was a Burger King inside. There was things like that, and pain, alarm, pain. Mojo, what the hell? Pain. Mojo, what's gonna happen when your team gets like the 8th pick tonight?
Oh.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
No, in all likelihood, the Bulls are probably gonna pick 8.
Yeah, but the Bulls didn't avoid inside joke. Sorry, pain, pain. Alarm, pain. Oh.
Oh, this game's been going on forever.
Oh no, it's not gonna end. They're still in the 3rd quarter, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hey, Giannis got 20 though.
Somebody tweeted, I thought it was really accurate. It was like Giannis loses game 1 to the Magic, and everyone clowns him for saying like, "Oh, this is your MVP," but LeBron loses in the same exact night. It's like, hey, it's just game 1. Don't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like losing because I think I kind of understand it because like losing to like the Magic, whose best player is Nikola Vucevic, is slander word. Like losing to Damian Lillard on a roll, and honestly, Portland really isn't even a true 8 seed. Like if Nurkic was healthy for that year, they'd be like maybe a 4 or 3 seed. Like people forget. Yeah. And the thing is, you can never doubt Damian Lillard. Like that's the one player like. He weirdly plays better. Like, you know, that stop sleeping on Dame thing. Like, no, that's a real thing. Like, when people doubt him, he plays better.
Yeah, we need to keep slandering him.
Yeah. Keep slandering him.
It's funny. I just put on your YouTube video on my television. There was like a 2-second delay. It was so funny, like hearing your mouth move in sync with what you were saying on Discord.
Oh, yeah. Truth has 3 tags open. I'm gonna actually put Robel's stream up as well.
Oh, he's streaming?
Yeah, Robel was streaming. Mojo always streams there. I know that. I don't know anyone else's though. But I know because Robel was asking me questions about like how to set it up.
No, yeah.
Robel's awesome. Robel is so awesome.
I think he DM'd me when he first started making videos.
Oh, he did. He did that to me as well. Like from that first video, you kind of just knew, like, I kind of just knew, like, he's gonna be so good. Like he's gained so much already. Like 2,000 like under a year, and I still think he's underrated. Like
his style is just like meant for success. The way he makes the videos.
And he has such a high IQ. Like he knows his shit. Like
besides thinking Siakam's
better. Jacob's streaming it. So everyone's streaming the draft tonight. Everyone that's bigger than me is streaming the draft tonight. Sun Geeks is I know he's streaming the draft tonight as well. I don't know if Romp is though. Let's see. I might FaceTime mode. Let's see what's up. At Motown, you're gonna eat wings again. Bro, I want wings now. I'm not gonna lie. I want some wings.
That whole talk they had, that made me want to travel to a strip club to get wings.
See, I can't do that though because I'm 18. Did you guys get the wings, by the way? Mojo, Truth, did you guys get those wings? Like, serious question, because like I know Rusty can't go in. I know he looks like he's 40, but like he's like 19.
You love to see it.
It's so funny though with him. No, we didn't go. Oh damn it! I would do trash though. But the thing is, like, I don't like lemon pepper wings, honestly. Like, I'll be honest. Like, like, I'm an adventurous eater. I'm a very I'll eat any type of sushi on the planet. For 2021, as in the 2021 recruiting class. Because if that class, I think they're going to get Jaden Hardy, who I believe is the best scoring guard prospect since Marco Fultz. I thought they were going to get Paulo Banchero, but then Paulo Banchero ended up at Duke, which shocked me because that means that they get the two best players in high school basketball right now. Not too many smoothie. Mojo, I'm going to FaceTime you. Yeah, 2021 recruits. So Jaden Hardy, I think they can get. I'm trying to think who else. I'm gonna look that up. No, let's take the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki down to 147. So, Chet Holmgren's available. I wouldn't mind them getting him. Caleb Houston. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Jaden Hardy, I would love to see play at Blue Kentucky though. He's one of my favorite players in high school basketball though, just in general. Yeah, Jaden Hardy could be one. G League. I would love to see him at Kentucky though. He's just such a good prospect.
I don't like that the Celtics are good now because we get to miss out on all these prospects.
Oh, I know.
I missed the speculating.
Oh, yeah. Yo, what's up? So, when you starting your stream so I can get out?
I'm starting in like maybe 10 minutes.
All right, okay. I'll put your channel up so I can support the homies.
Alright, don't call me again. I'm streaming on my phone.
Oh, yeah, okay, bet. Let me know when you get off stream.
Huh?
Let me know when you're done. Oh, I'll know when you're done streaming. But
okay.
Bet.
Also before we hang up, I'm gonna make you a mod, okay?
Yeah. Bet.
Alright. I got you.
Right, bye.
Alright, bro.
See.
What's the relationship like with Mojo? Is that like father son or like?
Nah. He's 2 years older than me, which I didn't know. I thought he was only 1 year older than me, but it's so funny because like I've known him forever. Like I know when he started YouTube. Like we were both on this app called Hardwood Amino. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And he was making videos. I wasn't at the time, and he would just send me stuff, and I would watch them. I mean, it's like his video quality wasn't good at all. Like it isn't close to where it is now, but like he had the energy. He seemed to know what he was talking about. I don't know about that anymore, but no, I'm playing. But
I was about to say what happened.
I don't know how to say this nicely. He's my guy. He's my guy though, but he doesn't always know what he's talking about sometimes. Sometimes he's in the bed over his head. But I am too though, so
yeah.
We all are in over our head.
Yeah, honestly.
Nah, he used to do skits as well.
Really?
Oh my god, he's one thing that I will say though is like his thumbnails now are incredible. Like they're some of my favorite thumbnails. Like
I've always liked that.
Yeah. he has like such a good design. Like I think that's the thing. You just got to find your own design.
Look, you with the Scooby Doo thing for a while, I thought was creative as hell.
I'm trying to get back to that. But you know, it's just so much. It's like I've gone from like being this creative, like video essay kind of person to do more evaluation stuff now.
Yeah.
I would love to do some of that Scooby Doo stuff again, though. Like that's kind of like how I started this whole thing.
Yeah, that's how we found you.
Yeah, like that's how I got to meet these guys, and I want to get back to that eventually. Like, but right now it's hard. Like I think, like one of my favorite videos I've ever made was it was something to do with Scooby Doo. I know that. No, it wasn't actually. It was the thing I did about the Wizard Celtics series. That's like my favorite video I've ever made, and I made that on a phone.
Dude. Yeah.
Like that was my favorite video I've ever done. But I do want to get back because I'm trying to reboot my film essay channel as well, which I started a while ago. But Mojo was in the chat the whole time. Damn. But I've been doing other things in my free time though as well. Like, I'm not always just making videos. Like I write screenplays. I eat. I sleep. Well, I don't sleep. Sleep's for the weak, by the way, if you didn't know.
We were at school before.
I went to school. Like, oh my god, Giannis just. Oh my god, that poor guy.
Like, who's that, Gary Clark?
Yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't DJ Augustine. Like, it's so funny because like I think the Bucks have so many players I think have competed in a dunk contest. Like Eric Bledsoe competed in one. Pat Connaughton did. Giannis did as well. So there are three guys. Yeah. I forgot about Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe did like a windmill thing. Like it was. But
look up a picture of that Eric Bledsoe dunk contest.
And the thing is, like, what he does is so insane because he's like 6 feet. So anything he did, but he did like a windmill reverse. It was kind of crazy for a guy that size. That was your Kenneth Reed won it. No, not Kenneth Reed. Terrence Ross won it. That's when he did that stupid team thing. No, I'm no one pisses me off about that 2014 dunk contest. Is that hey? But what pisses me off about 2014 is like that was such a star-studded dunk contest. You had Damian Lillard, Paul George, John Wall. Who else did they have? Ben McLemore, who wasn't a star, but he was an amazing dunker. I don't know why Harrison Barnes was there. Even though Harrison Barnes did have a crazy dunk on who did he have a crazy dunk on? I think it was he had one on Dwight Howard that was really cool.
And that was the one where they had the East and West stuff.
Yeah. And Damian Lillard literally played in every event that year.
Yeah, they had an Team East versus Team West. And it was Team East with Paul George, Terrence Ross, and John Wall versus Bones, Ben McLemore, and Dame.
Oh, God.
And each player on Team East won their head-to-head matchup. And, hey, they scrapped that idea, and then from there we get 2015 dunk contest, which kind of meh.
Zach LaVine was insane, though.
Was one of the best dunk contests I've seen in my life.
But it's so funny though. People, because like this past year, everyone's like, "Oh, Aaron Gordon got robbed." I'm like, Are we seeing the things that?
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. Like Derrick Jones was doing some crazy things, like because he's Derrick Jones. Like that, he like threw it. The one where he like threw it off the glass and then caught it and jumped over the dude and went between his legs. Like,
yeah,
that should have won him it right there. Like Aaron Gordon did not have a dunk that was better than that. Like cool, you can dunk over Taco. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like,
oh, and I was a big advocate for Pat Connaughton in the dunk contest too, because he went to my high school, and years later, this dude's in the freaking dunk contest. I'm like, crap.
Dude, this Paul Von Carter video is going crazy. Alright, so why did I go back to my channel? I wanted to go to Moses.
I have a friend who I obviously didn't do this, but one of my friends went to school that was full of South with me, went to the same high school as Fred VanVleet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and like Fred was like a year or two older than him.
Yeah.
Like still, that's pretty cool to go to the same high school as current NBA champion Fred VanVleet.
He definitely still had beard when he was like 15 too.
Oh
yeah.
I feel for those kids that go to like the kids that go to Zion school, because Zion went to a public school that was like really small. Like, have you seen like the competition you went up against in high school? Like, I'm convinced there were 2 players in his league in that county that he played in that could dunk, and he happened to be one of them, and the other one happened to be his teammate. Like,
yeah,
it was
I
insane.
was watching that video of that one kid who was like 5'6" guarding Zion.
Oh, I have a lot of respect for that kid.
Oh.
I have so much respect. These two guys who are 6'8".
Too, because he broke the charge too. He managed to force a turnover. Like, I have respect. You know you can't really stop him.
That feeling is so bad. I was playing a game up at college this year, and the guy was late to the game. It was so funny. Like, it's halftime, and our team is up like 10, right? And this guy just comes in, 6'7", probably bull type build, and they throw him in at center. They're like, Tim, that's all you. I'm like, you finished with 20, and he only checked in for the second half.
Yeah, I'm somebody who, let's just say this, in 1v1s and stuff like that, I have lanes, like I can hit threes and hit twos and stuff like that, but my dribble ability is like I'm from 1960, and I'm white and 5'6", 5'8". I have like maybe a 12 volt, I do not have a big vertical leap at all. I'm kind of agile, but I would just get bodied by anybody who's decently good at basketball. Like, no contest. I can pass.
I can. So basically, I can play my game. I'm basically like everything wrong with OJ Barrett. Like, I struggle with tunnel vision. Like, I'm left-handed, even though OJ Barrett isn't actually left-handed. I saw a picture of him holding chopsticks with his right hand. Like there's no way that you're left-handed and can hold chopsticks with your right hand. I refuse to believe that. But like, you know, like my game is like I haven't played in like over a year now. So I haven't played like an actual game like since like my senior year of high school. Again, I like not like even a pickup game, like things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm rusty. I'm washed up.
The reason why I say it's ironic for me to be good at passing is I'm legally blind. I have like no peripheral vision.
I can see it.
Throw dimes. It's the one thing I can do.
I can pass.
But
I can definitely pass. Like, that's something I can do.
I got 20, 45, 20, 40 central field wide. But you only have 90 degrees of peripheral vision in each eye. I have 11 in one and 14 in the other.
Yeah. Oh my god.
My vision shit.
Dog, they're trying to guard Giannis. They're trying to guard Giannis with like Kim Boots or someone like that.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Sad.
Still going out sad. What?
I also have.
How do you make your thumbnails, edit your videos? Your thumbnails look really clean. I think I'll start my own channel and doing player analysis on draft and this year's draft. I use Pixel to edit my thumbnails, and I use Sony Vegas to edit my videos. Pixel is free.
That's so inspirational.
Like, Pixel is free. I paid like $70 for Vegas though. Yeah. But really all you need is like a phone with an editing system on it to go good if you want.
Yeah, I've been working on this. I don't want to call it a documentary because it's probably gonna end up being like fucking 15 minutes. But the way I'm shooting it, it wants to be like a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing everything on iMovie, and it's pretty decent so far.
Oh yeah.
Android game.
If I roll to make videos, though, it wouldn't be about basketball, honestly. I'm a history major. Like that's my fucking bread and butter. I would on my way to becoming a history professor. So it's like it would be more in that vein.
I would make videos on everything.
Oh, I would do that. Like but you gotta make a second channel for that. Cause like I tried doing film essay channel stuff on my main channel and it didn't work. So I just made a second channel for that stuff.
Yeah.
Film essays will be fun. Oh my god, I could live.
They're so fun. Like I actually.
Shit, like
I want to rip into Star Wars sometimes.
What Star Wars? From you, Star Wars, I have a very intriguing view on it.
Oh no.
Mainly, I genuinely love the prequels. As terrible movies as they are, I know they are terrible movies.
Yeah.
But I love them because of it.
I honestly
like Revenge of the Sith, and that's it.
I love Revenge of the Sith is my second favorite Star Wars movie. Like full stop. The only thing I think is, my Empire is my favorite. I was all of them. Yeah. But my second favorite is Revenge of the Sith, and it's just all the fucking memes.
How did you guys discover Star Wars? Was it like I'm gonna watch all these movies in one sitting, like as a kid?
Oh, I tried that. It didn't work. It did not work for me.
I had the tapes.
No, it's so funny though, cause like I like the side movies better than the trilogies and all that stuff. Like I like Rogue One and Solo more than I like the original trilogy. Like that's not even a joke. I just enjoy myself watching. Rogue One, in my opinion, is Rogue One. I love Solo. I love because
they were good, but for me, the thing with Star Wars a lot and what I like is I got heavily into like the expanded universe and shit. I just want my fucking granddad Spawn movie so badly. Like Spawn goes to your fuck. Oh yes, give me fucking Revan. In canon though, they named one of the fucking ships at that last battle in the Rise of Skywalker after him. So Revan is canon now.
Dude, 100 Armies is 32. Like I thought she was like 25.
Wait, who?
She's cute.
Coach Wally.
The one that girl Ben Affleck is dating.
I was doing a website playthrough, but at the end I actually messed with the dialogue, so I didn't quit playing it.
Oh, so bad.
I want a Kyle Katarn movie because Kyle Katarn is Chuck Norris but in Star Wars, like literally. He just doesn't fucking die.
Nah, we need our movie.
I want my Kyle Katarn movie because the dude straight up survived getting stabbed through the chest with a lightsaber or getting hit with a speeder and just shrugs that shit off. But with movies, for me with film movies, it would be like looking at something like 300 and looking at the historical accuracy of it, which, by the way, 300 is not a very historically accurate movie at all.
Not even close.
No.
At the Battle of Popeye, there was actually 3,000 troops defending those passes, not just the 300 Spartans. And there was a naval battle going on at the same time too, because they were trying to stop the Persian forces and basically put it into a stalemate. And then they tried to make a sequel and base the sequel on the Battle of Salamis, and it just didn't work. Yeah. As cool as the Battle of Salamis is, in my opinion, because the Greeks just funneled the massive Persian navy into these narrow straits and rammed the hell out of them.
Yeah. But you know what is a historically accurate movie? Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. That's a very historically accurate movie.
Bro, Jurassic Park.
That's the most historically.
The most historically accurate movie actually is Lord of the Rings. Didn't know if you knew that, but Lord of the Rings is actually the prehistorical. I could make that joke, but technically in the Lord of the Rings, the point of the Lord of the Rings is that it's like Middle Earth has just become the planet Earth eventually. It's like the point of it.
Could have made a joke.
Oh, wait. We're 10 minutes. 10 minutes for the draft. What? Ow. Fuck, they're still playing.
Come back and win this game.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. They still got. I think they still got Giannis in the game.
Oh yeah, they do.
Unnecessary.
It's like Montverde Academy, who's like the best. Last year, they were this past year, they were the best team I've ever seen in high school, and they were full court pressing teams up 30. With like in the fourth quarter, I'm like, that's just like actually like, I don't mind it as much because like it instills the mentality of like don't let you throw out the gas for anyone. But like, dude, you have like 5 or 6 guys who don't even start for your team that have NBA potential. Oh my god, I thought Giannis was gonna dunk that. I think my stream's lagging on not my actual stream, but my stream for like because my Xfinity stream is so behind. It's like everyone knows what happens when it happens. It's like this if it's a close game. Well, I don't have control over that. So my parents pay for it. Oh, pizza.
God, Comcast. Fucking.
Yeah, but I have no choice because.
This man almost got 20 rebounds. Good God.
Giannis?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 18.
I mean, Gary Clark is starting at power forward. You think about it.
Dude, Chris Middleton's at 12% in this game.
What?
Trade is that.
We've been talking so much crap that this is actually going to be a close game.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what pisses me off about Chris Middleton playing this bad? Is I know he's going to play a lot better if he ever plays Boston. Like, he goes off against Boston. It pisses me off. Like, it pissed me off so much how he killed us last year, and then he absolutely sucked in that Toronto series. Like,
Noah, you know the infamous game where he hit the game-tying 3 to send it to overtime?
Yeah, the famous Drew Bledsoe game.
Yeah,
the one.
I was there.
Oh man.
Oh my
Oh, that
god.
must have been a great experience.
No, it really was. But it's like the energy in that building 3 seconds before they passed it to him was insane. It was probably the loudest I've ever
Boston. Like I know arenas get loud.
Silence.
No, arenas get loud, but the garden gets loud. Like I went to a Magic game once. It's a regular season Magic game, and it was so loud in that place.
Yeah.
And that game went down to the wire as well. Like Orlando had a chance to win that game. Like Elfrid Payton, like high key got whacked in the face going up for the game-winning layup that they sort of called.
Yeah.
But I've been to I went to a Magic game. We get like new courtside seats because like of where my dad works. Like they just give us tickets and stuff. Cause like so like if you so like we get these tickets and like you know the row behind courtside is like that row that's where we get the seats from. So I saw a Blazers game which was awesome because Damian Lillard went off in the second half because he was really quiet in the first half. And then CJ had like 41, and like Isaiah Thomas was like, this is when Isaiah Thomas was like popping. So like he had 41, and then the second game was like I wanted to see Dirk before he retired, so we went to go see the Dallas Mavericks. But this is when Dennis Smith Jr. we thought he was actually going to be good at basketball. That was when he almost got like Dennis Smith Jr. almost got into a fight with Kyrie Irving that game. And then we saw a Magic game.
What game are you talking about?
What?
I went to the last Bulls game I went to was Dwayne Wade's last game in Chicago.
Wow.
We were supposed to lost that game, but it was still a really fun experience to be there because when they announced Dwayne Wade, the entire place gave him a standing ovation.
Oh yeah. I wanna.
And like my family was with me. My sister was like, "Why are we standing and clapping for this guy?" And it's like, oh. Yeah.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can this game just fucking end? Like, there's 2 minutes left, and it feels like 5 minutes have gone by.
All right, let's get some last-second predictions in for the lottery picks. Who's getting one?
The Lakers. Could you imagine if that happened?
I'm gonna go.
They're gonna rig it and give in to New York. That's my prediction. They're gonna rig it.
Actually, I wouldn't be mad about that.
I wouldn't mind the Bulls being the first pick.
I don't know if the Wolves are gonna do anything, but.
Okay, let's go, guys. I want to let's get this
You
game.
don't need all these ads, bro.
Giannis is still in the game.
Yeah.
The funny thing is,
Up.
they don't want to.
In the corner again.
They got what happened was they lost the post game, and now like no, we're not losing.
Over under on Anthony Davis free throws tonight.
Oh, brother.
Is he going 8 for 24 again?
Oh, brother. I didn't know Cups the Legend had an Instagram.
Also, question: what time are you guys at on the game right now?
158.
2:14 left.
I'm at 158. Okay, so nobody spoiled this for me. Nobody spoiled this for me. Actually, I don't care, really. Because, like, it's...
I didn't know Tom Thibodeau was coaching the Bucks. Damn.
Oh, Noah, do you want to know what's awesome? You'll appreciate this.
What?
Oh, I
was at a party, and one was on 2 different TVs, and one was faster than the other, and this was the Malcolm Butler interception game. We saw it before everybody else, and we walked through at this hell. There's like still 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so we just had to sit there in silence watching them.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I remember watching a lot of games.
Chris Middleton has 2 points.
I just can't believe. I just love how I remember how the rest of my family, besides like me and my dad, toned off the Super Bowl when it was 28-3.
Yep.
So it was like, oh yeah, there's a game happening right now, and like, no, there isn't.
My buddies went home from my house. They drove home.
I made a bet with a kid that the Patriots would come back and win at halftime.
Oh, I kind of saw that because it's
$250 that night.
That's kind of like the reason. Like I'm like I kind of like, okay, Patrick Mahomes is coming back in this game.
Yeah.
I'm like the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. I was so happy when that happened. Another kid bet that he wouldn't jump into my lake. They would jump like fully plugged into the lake if the Patriots won. As far as I was at the game. I made so many fucking bets that the Patriots would win because I was just expecting. I'm like, this is gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's just gonna happen.
It's a privilege we're not gonna have this year.
No.
No.
Unless Cam Newton wins MVP again, because Belichick's just God.
It's so funny because like I think the Bills gonna win a division because like this goes not goes to Josh Allen because Josh Allen stinks, but the defense because they have a good defense and a good run game.
Yeah.
They have Devin Singletary, who's a beast.
Carry them.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna count on the Patriots. I've learned my lesson way too many times.
Yep.
And you can count them this year.
Yeah, this year I'm gonna count out Bill Belichick.
About last year, and I was right.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like you just like, okay, what's gonna like happen with New England? Like they're probably gonna tank.
Yeah.
Yo, Truth, what's up?
Truth.
What are you doing?
All right, good talk.
All right, good talk. Dude, I'm like, oh my god, let's go. I'm so done with this. Like,
yeah, I'm of this game too. Come on.
There's less than a minute left. They're not coming back. Let's succeed the
And
game.
then just keep stopping the game.
Oh my god.
I'm just on Komodo right now because fucking Xfinity.
Oh, I have Xfinity. It sucks, but you work with what you have, especially when your parents are paying for it.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it, so
Yeah. I can't really talk.
I shouldn't be complaining too much.
Giannis is complaining. Like, he's like so mad right now, and his team is up 111 to 96 with 53.6 seconds left.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
You're ahead of me.
Good, so I maybe no one will spoil
I'm
it.
at minute 9.
I'm 40.
Oh, good, so maybe no one will spoil it for me.
One minute, Giannis.
Oh, Giannis is gonna.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, he is.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's pissed. I saw that.
I think Marco Fultz needs to keep that hairstyle.
I like him.
I like
He's
it.
looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed the flat top, but then again, I also missed the flat top with Jaylen Brown. But it seems like when they get rid of the flat top, they start playing better.
But yeah.
Jalen's about to pull over on him. Just go bald. Year 4 or year 5.
Oh yeah,
Holds averaging 20 next season. You heard it here.
Fultz might. He might. He should be averaging 20 at this point. Oh my god, you gotta see this graphic that they pull up.
Graphic.
What is what?
You're gonna pull up from like 2 strokes hill by the pull up from the logo. I'm gonna laugh my ass off when he does.
If Fultz becomes what he was supposed to be, that's gonna be hilarious because like it's already looking like Philly lost both Fultz trades. They lost a trade with Boston, and then they lost a trade with Orlando.
Yeah.
Y'all can't hear me. Truth, is your mic plugged in? We even go back. Truth.
Jesus, clean. God.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be funny because like it happened last year. I can.
Yeah.
That was the Bucks for him too, so the competition was actually deep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which also, but Kareem was just so dominant throughout a lot of his career. I mean, there's a reason the NCAA banned dunking for a decade.
I'm gonna have to restart the stream. Damn. Because they can't hear me right now.
Okay, lottery time.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to restart the stream, guys.
Yep.
Because I can't. Can you guys hear me on the stream? Because Truth says he can't hear me
Truth is
on the stream.
So Truth was in here. Truth was deafened.
Oh, y'all can't hear me for some reason. Oh, I thought you said you couldn't hear me.
No, Truth, you were deafened and muted.
Can you hear me? No, I'm asking the chat. They can hear me.
Oh no, which nipples?
Dude, he's off on again.
I'm muting this, by the way. I'm not listening to any of the talk.
Oh my god, the Lakers just got the base back.
Permanently muted.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna try. I'm modding.
Number 1 pick.
I'm modding for Mojo as well.
Oh hey, whoa. Arturas, yes.
I love that man.
Who?
Right. Arturas.
I'm gonna listen to it. I gotta go Mojo stream now. I'm still gonna keep this stream on.
Talking about the Royals.
Dude, Darius Geis is an idiot.
He is an idiot.
He is.
Curry, big fan.
I'm only at Thompson breaks ACL.
Breaks his hand.
Yeah, there we go. Totally breaks hand.
closed.
My favorite thing about the Warriors is even when they were a G League team, they managed to blow out the Boylan Red Bulls by 20.
Oh, don't.
Well, didn't they have D'Lo though?
They
Didn't they have D'Lo or Wiggins or something like that?
traded D'Lo for Wiggins, yeah.
No, but did they have him when they
D'Lo
played
wasn't
them?
playing that game. Like, Draymond Green was their best player that game, and they still smoked the Bulls.
Xander Bogaerts, solo homo, let's go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we're playing the Orioles.
What the hell?
What happened to? What did Curry do to his hair?
Yeah, he wants to trade for Otto Porter's contract.
I like him, but he makes a little too much.
He ain't worth the, what, $24 million contract?
29.
29, okay.
Yeah.
Plus a player option, he's...
Oh my
cool.
God,
He's
Jay
actually
Billis
bad.
has James Wiseman as the second best player in this draft. I can't.
Get that bag.
I'm trying to see. So
Wait,
Terry Sullivan at
No,
6.
Curry got cornrows.
yeah,
Obi
I'm
Toppin.
looking at it.
This dude Jay Billis has Obi Toppin as a better prospect than Killian Hayes.
Why?
He also has James Wiseman as second best player in this draft.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I don't know about that, Chief. But hey, what happens when Memphis wins the lottery, guys?
Get their pick.
They get their pick.
That class.
It's top 6 protected. I believe it's
Yeah.
top 6. I'll grab the protections. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna
I'm
happen.
making that joke because it's a 0.5% chance.
2000
God,
When the
Jay,
NBA
why?
they
Why
draft
do you
picks.
have that? Okay, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, we got you.
Fucking finally, goddamn! I have no idea what's wrong with Discord on my laptop. That took forever. Like I
I
kept
know.
doing the test thing, and it's just like, oh yeah, it works fine. Then I joined a voice call. It's like, nope, doesn't work.
No.
Sorry. I'm like, okay.
Where is
If you were trying to do it with like AirPods or something like that, it could have been a sound device thing. No, it wasn't that. Like I used my actual, like my mic I used to record videos and stuff.
Oh yeah, I use my mic as well. We got the
Yeah.
snow